Closer to the start of the FIFA World Cup action for 2026. Like I said, the draw just wrapped. We already knew 42 of the countries that were already qualified for the World Cup. We've got 12 teams that are going to play, so they can so we can get the last 6 matches. This is your road to the FIFA World Cup by the New York Post Sports. I'm Brandon London, alongside of New York Red Bulls, or Red Bulls New York. We'll figure that out in a little bit. Forward Serge Ngoma is also part of the U.S. Men's National Under-20 team. Thank you for hopping into the studio, coming all the way down from where you guys live, all the way out in West Jersey, to come in studio. We can break the group stages down in a little bit. But first and foremost, man, like just kind of watching that draw.
Yeah.
What were some of the things that kind of stood out to you?
Man, it's so cool just to see all the teams and, teams who didn't do so well in the 2022 World Cup, right? Getting a chance to come back, working hard, coming back for 2026. So just seeing them be in groups and having a scrappy group.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Making sure that they go in and they're able to, I don't know,
you're smiling, man.
Man,
you're like me thinking about the Super Bowl, when I was a kid.
It's
Okay.
exciting, honestly, to think about, because in our sport, it's so hard, to win a game, right? It's so hard. There's so much that goes into winning a game. But when you have to win so many to get to the point of making it to a World Cup, man, it's cool to see.
And now that they've expanded it to 48 teams, which is going to be 104 total matches throughout 5 to 6 weeks or whatever. Now that they've expanded it, that means that it's even harder to go ahead and win it. So would you say that this World Cup, especially now that the United States or the North America is hosting, is it safe to say, I know you're only 20 years old, is it safe to say that this is probably one of the bigger World Cups in recent years, and at least a couple of decades?
I would say, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. I mean, when you have, you said 42 teams, right? It's going to make it harder, to win the games, but it also gives teams that didn't necessarily get the opportunity to make it in, it gives them that shot to be involved, right, and to compete, right? So I feel like it's going to be a more competitive tournament, right? And then because you get more teams from Africa, right? You get more teams from Europe, you get more teams from Asia, and it's exciting, man. It's gonna be big.
I'm thinking a team that benefits from it is country like Curacao, who this is their first time making it to the World Cup. I believe their population of the entire country is a little over 155,000 people. We saw 155,000 people at Times Square now for the live World Cup, for the watch party. But let's get to the Team USA, because a lot of people are saying that this is the strongest team since back in 1994. We had Alexi Lawless sitting in that seat, pretty much said the same thing, said that guys like Tim Ream, Matt Freese, Matt Turner, all these guys they're ready for that breakout year for America to really come on the global stage and show we do this here too. We can play some football here too. So these guys, played against these guys, even played with some of these guys. John Token used to play with you with the Red Bulls. Now that it's real, now that you know what group stage you're in, and we'll talk about the group stage and break that down a little bit later. Now that it's real for these guys, it's not just about the friendlies, it's real action. What's going through the mindset of a Matt Freese or a Matt Turner or a Tim Weah?
It's so funny, because I was just speaking about this, honestly, and I feel like it's going to be so interesting to see those guys like Christian Pulisic, right? Tyler Adams, right? Your Weston McKennie, Tim Weah, back in 2022, right? They're younger, 4 years younger, right? So to see them come into the 2026 World Cup older, a bit more mature, right? It's gonna be interesting to see that, and just the different role that they have to take on within the team, right? And then you have your younger guys, right? You have your Diego Lunas, right? Your John Tokens, right? You have Alex Freeman, right? You have all these younger guys who now are getting an opportunity, right? Playing in the MLS or coming from the MLS and being able to now be selected and go and perform on the biggest stage, man. I feel like has to be nerves going through their mind, right? But also just like this excitement, you know, to be able to go out and show that, like you said, we do this here in America, right? And we play and we can ball with like the best of them, right? So I feel like that's honestly what would be going through my mind, right? It's just this excitement and this hunger to just be able to go out there and play.
Before these young guys, now it's not like in NFL, you're a young guy, you're a rookie.
Yeah.
You go out there, you step on the field, you haven't played against the Justin Jeffersons or some of those vets, some of those older vets. So now in soccer, football, it's a little bit different to where John Tolkien and these guys, they've already played against Messi. They've already played against some of the top talent, but more on the club level or then some in the national global level as well.
Yeah.
So is it easier now to kind of go and step on that stage and be ready for that action against someone whose poster was on your wall as a little kid? Like, is it easier to step into that action and really play up to that level of competition since you've seen them before?
I mean, even when you think about it, like even Mbappe, right? Like he had Ronaldo on his wall, right? So like, I don't know. I feel like when you're going into those types of games, like I said, like you have to be excited, right? Like you can't go up there like shy away from the challenge, right? And I mean, our players have the quality, right? They have the talent, they have the hunger, they have the desire, right, to really go up there and hang with the best of them. So,
J. Cole has a song where he's like, long live your idols, hope they never become your rivals. So it's like you grow up looking up to someone, and then now it's a national or global stage, and it's like, I don't care where your poster was on my wall. I'm about to put you on a TikTok video because I'm gonna put you in a blender. So before we start breaking down some of these groups and who you like in terms of the countries and just kind of for our casual fan that's out there, you've mentioned some of the names. Who are some of the other names on this U.S. men's national team that we should be paying attention to going into this World Cup?
Definitely a shout out for my boy, like I said, John Tolkien.
Yep.
Alex Freeman. It's going to be interesting to see with the goalkeeper situation with Matt Freese. You know, you have Turner. You know who I'm really, really excited to see play in that stage would be Diego Luna. You know, And then
why is that?
If you just watch him play, like he hustles, man. Like he has like such heart. And he's a scrappy guy. And I feel like when it comes to the World Cup, like games aren't going to be perfect, right? They're not going to be pretty. And I mean, you saw it last World Cup where you have teams like all the underdogs. It was like an underdog tournament in a way, right? Even Argentina, people were saying, oh, like Messi's aging, right? The team, are they really built to support him? And you see what they did, right? Or Morocco making it all the way to the semifinal.
Absolutely.
Those games, I feel like, take such a grit, right? And just a mentality that takes you to a different place. So, and Diego Luna, I feel, has that dog in him, you know? And it's going to be exciting to see.
All right, but y'all must be best friends or something because you decided that man up.
Bro,
Diego Luna, you got to bring it now because Serge Ngoma just shouted you out on the New York Post Sports. We actually talked to Matt Freese earlier at the watch party, spoke with him about just anything and everything World Cup leading up to the draw. So let's check out what Freese had to say about the squad. All right, I'm hanging out with U.S. men's national team goaltender, and you know him from NYCFC as well, Matt Freese. And it's only right that I get you because I'm freezing my blank off right now. But just kind of talk about the atmosphere as you guys are waiting to see what group you guys are going to be playing in for the World Cup.
Oh, the atmosphere out here is incredible. There's a ton of fans. It shows some really, some really great energy around New York City and soccer. Obviously looking forward to the draw and looking forward to who the opponents are. But at the same time, I keep saying it doesn't really change anything. The goal is to beat whoever's across those lines.
As you guys have been absolutely killing it all throughout the summer, and then obviously the fall as well, you automatically qualify because you're the host team. But what have you seen from this team so far throughout the last couple of months and matches to let you know that, okay, we're getting ready? This tournament's within the next couple of months. This team is ready for the World Cup and the global stage.
Yeah, I think two things. I think some of the results have been good and point in the right direction. Although obviously those need to continue and we need to keep growing. But I think the other thing is the togetherness and the energy and the fight that we're bringing to these games. It's something that I grew up watching the U.S. team having, and it's great to feel that.
Is there a certain city you can't wait to play in? Again, since you've already played in the majority of them?
I've played in most cities. I'm sure LA is going to be fantastic, as well as Seattle.
All right, man. Well, good luck with everything, and congratulations on
the
have beef with him. I know he's NYCFC and you're NY Red Bulls. Can't have any beef right now, because right now it's all about the country. But you're talking about the goalie situation between Matt Turner and Matt Freese.
Yeah.
I mean, just what makes these two guys so good, and how is head coach Mauricio Pochettino, how do you pick between who gets to start between these two guys?
If I knew, I would be the coach. But
don't hit me with the political answer. We wanted how do you? Okay. What are two strengths? What are some of the strengths between each player that Pochettino is going to have to pick from? How's that?
I feel like Matt Turner, he's a good shot stopper, honestly. And even when you see how he adapted to the situation, being made the starter for the Gold Cup, right?
Yep.
And the performances that he put in, right? Like, that's impressive. And then Matt Turner, it's going to be interesting because he has to be resilient, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, in a way, losing his spot to Matt Turner. To Matt Freese, my fault. And now having to go and get that spot back, right? And not having the minutes played at club level and everything like that, but to really get in form and everything. So I feel like it's going to be a really good opportunity for both of them to maximize the next 6 months. 5 months.
Yeah.
Like,
188 days,
long,
188 days until kickoff.
So it's gonna be exciting to see.
All right. Can't wait to see those two in goal, whichever one Pochettino picks. I'm a Chelsea guy, so I remember my man Posh. He's definitely turned, I guess, I don't want to say turn the federation around, turn this team around, but they are looking a lot better these last, unbeaten in their last six.
Yeah.
They look hungry. You can it's noticeable about this team as opposed to the last World Cup team. So you ready to get into some of these groups?
I'm ready.
You ready? He brought the pen and the paper. He's got his notes. He's ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Because people were watching and like, why are they grabbing those ping pong balls? Ping pong balls. These are the countries. All right, Group A.
All right.
El Tri, Mexico, South Africa, Korea Republic, and then the winner of playoff D. Don't know who that's going to be just yet. But what do you who's your favorite in this group? And then what do you know about some of these other teams?
My favorite, I'm going to have to that's tough, but I'm going to have to say Korea.
South Korea over Mexico?
Yeah.
Really? Why? Yeah. Why? Break it down. I defer to you. I defer to you. Okay.
The rivalry, United States and Mexico, but I'm gonna have to say Korea. I love.
Okay. Oh,
duh. But I would say that group looks really exciting. With Mexico, the energy that they play with. Whenever they play the United States, wherever you see them play, they're always playing with energy, right? They play fast, they play physical, but it's gonna be like a little a bounce back year for them, because they didn't do too well in prior tournaments, right? But now in the Gold Cup, they were able to beat the United States, unfortunately, in the final. But and then South Africa, I don't know too much about South Africa, but I know that's going to be a hungry group. It's going to be a hungry group going in there, and I'm sure that people write them off, and that's just when teams thrive. So,
yeah, when I think of Mexico, like I'm sitting here looking at some of my notes, 8 straight trips before 2022 kind of broke their streak.
Yeah.
I've been to watch parties
Yeah.
before when Mexico's playing, and it is completely a vibe. So from this fan standpoint, I would tell the people, if you're at one of these bars, whether you're in New York City or wherever you're watching at, and there's a watch party for a Mexico match, then that's where you definitely want to go out, because that entire fan base kind of shows up. They took over Las Vegas one time, the Allegiant Stadium, Alliance Stadium, whatever that's called, where the Raiders play one time, and you just absolutely saw it. But I look at that group, and
bro.
And so what's that like though? Like when you're playing against a fan base or a country whose fan base it's deafening when it comes to how loud they are.
I'd say you live for that. You know, like as a kid, when you're, at the field and you're just like taking shots and everything, and you're like, all right, if I make this, I win the World Cup, or you're saying whatever. Like you live for those types of moments, So that's gonna be exciting. Yeah.
When we talk South Africa, it's their first World Cup since back in 2010 when they've hosted. You kind of said that. My notes, electric home culture vibes.
Yeah.
And they're back on that global stage. So we talk about the hunger from different countries and what it means, like what soccer or football means for those different countries. So when you're saying like we got Mexico who this is their first time back after 8 straight, and now you've got South Africa back since 2010.
Yeah.
Is that another level of added pressure now? And does it take them a little bit to kind of get acclimated to the game on the global stage again?
I mean, I feel like it's like almost the opposite, right? Where
really? Okay.
Almost where it's like you just are so hungry, right? Like if you do feel the pressure, of course you're gonna feel the pressure, but I feel like you're just so hungry to want to show what you're made of, right? And then to right your wrongs in a sense, you know, and just bounce back stronger. So
I got all these notes and stuff over here. I gotta do notes on 48 teams and all. I gotta know the populations, who's the popular entertainers and rappers, and I came prepared for this one. So out of that group, I know you can't say Mexico. It's okay if you say Mexico, but who do you think out of that group goes on to the next round, to the knockout rounds?
I say Mexico.
You say Korea. Mexico. Okay.
Korea first.
Any player, a career first? You just
career first.
Oh man, like I like the loyalty though. I like the patriotism right there. But okay, I get that. I absolutely get that. Let's go to Group B now. We got Group B. Let me see who we have here on that computer. We've got Canada. Oh, Canada. Switzerland, Qatar, and then the UEFA playoff. You still got the play-ins that we have to have. I think those are in March. So Canada, Switzerland, Qatar. What can you tell us about these 3 countries?
Man, I feel like again, same as Mexico. I feel like Canada making the World Cup. Having the opportunity to do it at the biggest stage with young players. They have such. They're the team in a whole. They're newcomers, right?
Okay.
But then they have their young players and their coach fiery, man. Like
really?
Yeah. Like
how so though? Like what's fiery in soccer terms in terms of for a coach?
The way that he can, I guess, carry players.
Okay.
And just ignite a fire in the team. I feel like he did it with New York Red Bull, right? Okay. Or with Red Bull New York, but he did it, and and you see that he's doing it again with Canada. The way that he has them playing, the way that he has them flying around, just it's good. And then Qatar, back in the World Cup after hosting it. So that's going to be interesting for them. And then Switzerland, Switzerland, they put a hurting on the United States in the friendlies, so still sensitive to that, but. It's gonna be interesting, that group.
So when you say they put a hurting on the United States in the friendly. So is that someone that you would say that your casual fan, maybe they should kind of keep an eye out on? Or was it because some of these friendlies, Pulisic didn't play in, Tim Weah and these guys, Weston McKennie didn't play in. So that's not the United States at full strength. So when we talk about Switzerland, kind of like what makes them such a dangerous team in this tournament?
The fact that they're probably a sleeper, you know?
All right.
And I feel like for me, I'm like a fan of like the underdog, you know? Like I love to see a team that everybody's counting out and just not really, you know, thinking about, just come through and make noise, you know? So I feel like them not having too many eyes on them going into the World Cup, I feel like that one takes a little bit of pressure off and, you know, makes them want to just do right by the fans, you know, or just play hard for the fans.
Man, we got a lot. There's a lot when it comes to a lot of these teams. Are we ready for Group C? We got Group C. All right, we're gonna put Group C up on the board here. My computer just went off for some reason. Group C, we've got Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti. Our producer that's sitting right there, his family, they're Scottish. He was watching the draw, and when he saw that they were drawn into Group C, we played that. Nothing beats a getaway like JetBlue, because he's like, this is a stage. This is going to be a hard stage for him. Obviously, Brazil. You think of World Cup, you think of soccer dominance on a global stage. You automatically think of Brazil. What is it about this country and these players that just makes them so daggone good?
It's the flair, man.
The flair. They got that. They got that it.
They have the swagger.
That's
man.
that splat. That's that splat.
Yo, they have the it factor, man. Like their players, they play with passion, man. They play with swag. You know, they're fast. Their feet move fast. Like, you know, the samba. That's how they play.
That's how they play.
So it's gonna be exciting to see.
Have you ever seen them play and play live and had the fan base? What culture do they bring to the global stage, like in terms of their fan base? Because I know when they do the cutaways to the crowd and they show, I'll be like, okay, I gotta get my visa. Go down to Brazil. I love soccer. Soccer. That's what I'm saying. I love soccer. So what is it about that splat, that pizzazz, that it? What are in terms of their culture that they bring to the beautiful game?
You know those the vuvuzela or whatever those horns are where you man, just think of that. Think of Brazil, man. Like if you just think of the passion that the players play with.
Absolutely.
That's like, you talk about the 12th man. You got 24 men. Like like it's just they're like that, man. The fans are crazy.
So my notes here: 5-time global champions, the only nation to qualify for every World Cup, new generation, same swagger, was kind of what you talked about. And this just goes back to me when I was a kid, growing up playing FIFA. I wanted to play with Ronaldo. Like everybody wanted to play with Ronaldo. And it's funny because I was at the draw with one of our younger our social media people, and I was like, man, you know, I wonder if Ronaldo is going to, you know, show up to some events for Brazil if they come here to America. And she's like, why would Cristiano Ronaldo be somewhere for Brazil? And I'm like, am I that old? Like, am I that old to where people say Ronaldo, they're thinking CR7. I'm a CR7 fan, but this is the Ronaldo. You don't have to say a first name or anything. The Ronaldo is in all caps. I feel like everyone should go back, or if you don't know World Cup or soccer on the global stage, everyone should have some sort of homework and figure out who Ronaldo is, because we're talking top 5 greatest of all time.
He's up there.
He's definitely up there.
I'd say, man, it's that culture and the way that they play. And I'm young, right? So I didn't get to watch R9 and I didn't get to watch Ronaldinho live, but you go back and you just watch highlights and the way that they move with the ball, just the ideas that they have.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's
different.
Yeah,
it's different.
It's different. It's different. For Morocco, first World Cup since 2010. So that kind of goes back into what you were saying is those are the hungry teams that are like, all right, we haven't been here in a while. They're about to show up and say, hey, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Morocco, not Hove. Well, we got Haiti. Very interesting story here because we're talking about their first World Cup since 1974. Can you even imagine what the world was like back in 1974 being a 20-year-old?
Nah, but my parents do.
No. Dang, we just age shaming here. Mom is right there. There's nothing wrong with 1974. No TikTok. No, none of that. They actually had to get each other's like phone numbers back in the day. So it's been a while since Haiti has been on the global stage when it comes to their football. I wonder that. I mean, I look at it. How do you look at like as a player, World Cup? How do you look at it in terms of like a social media or branding opportunity for yourself?
I mean, you see it with Charleston last year. I'm not last year, but the last World Cup 2022.
Yeah.
He scored that bike. My man's got 9 million followers in like overnight.
Say the name again. Say his name again. So
with Charleston.
Okay.
Charleston.
Okay.
Like he got 9 million followers overnight, and it's like when you think about when they say like, all right, you do the hard work and then everything else will come.
Yep.
Right. I mean, he did the hard work. Right. He scored the goal, and then now his name and that goal goes down in World Cup history.
Absolutely.
Right. So it's like you have so many different opportunities that come from that, right?
Okay.
So
we talk about eat for free moments.
Yeah,
that's a eat for free. You're gonna eat for free.
He's good. He go to the favelas, bro. He's good.
Man, 9 million followers.
9.
Man, if you know him, hit him up. Tell him we would love to introduce him. Man, I'll take a selfie or something. I remember I took a selfie with Russell Wilson one time, and everybody was like, "I see you, B-Lun. I see you, B-Lun." So 9 million. Oh yeah. It's coming. I'll hold the camera.
You're gonna go to Brazil and you'll be good, bro.
Oh,
what? You just showed them the photo. That's how you pay.
I mean, I'm trying to get off this Brazil thing so we don't have to revisit what I was. So the people upstairs won't be like, "What were you saying about Brazil?" So Scotland, this is for you, Brian. First World Cup since 1998. Says they have an incredible fan base. The Tartan Army travels hard, so it's another country that's going to travel. Do you see Scotland getting out of this group stage? And remember, Brian's right, but our producer's right behind you.
Brian, you know what? I do.
Oh, over who though? Because Brazil, Morocco, Scotland. I feel like Haiti could be a Cinderella story.
Man.
So who gets? So Brazil, yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Scotland, you have them. Okay, so you have them beating Morocco and Haiti then.
I have them. I don't know how those games are gonna play out. I have them beating Haiti. But I feel like, man, them making it to this tournament and just seeing how much it meant to them. Like one of my teammates, Lewis Morgan, you know, like he's somebody who's super resilient, right? And seeing for him how much it meant for him to see his nation qualify, right? And how determined, because he dealt with injuries and stuff this year, but he's such a good player and he's so determined to get back for them, right? And I feel like just how he describes just that group, I feel like, man, they're gonna do something special.
All right. Now it's time to move on to Group D, and you can't be a politician on this one, bro. Like the U.S., we've already elected our mayor of New York City. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait to run for president or something one day. I don't want anything political on this one. Political answers. I want the real. Group D. Let's bring it up on the board. We've got the U.S. of A. The soccer rules in Australia. I was taught it was Paraguay.
Paraguay.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I see that way that G wrote off.
That's no Plainfield, man.
Okay, all right. And then we've got the UEFA playoff D. It's just like March Madness. No play-in team should ever win. Like you shouldn't lose to a play-in team. No disrespect to that country. It looks like the United States is set up on paper to make it to the knockout stages in this one.
Key word is on paper.
All right, don't get yourself in trouble now. Okay, the key words are on paper.
On paper, yeah.
But I mean, say Paraguay.
Paraguay.
You ain't have to do the G, the U, and the A though. Like, come on, man. Paraguay. Australia. Any threat to America?
Man, I mean, I feel like, see, I'm gonna relate this to the Dallas Cowboys because I'm a Cowboys fan.
Gross.
Whenever you have whenever you're going into a game, man, and you're just thinking, all right, this is gonna be easy. That's when they get you. So like,
really,
yeah, that's when it's like you call them sleeper games, you know. And United States has all the quality, you know, the determination, right? They have the expectations too. I feel like going into those games, they just have to keep those expectations for themselves, right? And not in a cocky way, but in a confident way. You know, where you walk in there and you want to ball out. Yeah.
All right. Australia. What do you know about the Socceroos?
The Socceroos.
Because I mean, this is they've only been to the knockout stages twice. So is that why you say you can't sleep on a team like that? Because in previous World Cups, I've seen them. They're scrappy. That's a very scrappy and resilient bunch. And I feel like they can steal 2 points from someone, you know, and draw in that group stage if USA or whomever is not on top of their game. So
yeah, man. I mean, they just, you know, United States just played both these teams, Australia, right?
Yeah.
Paraguay. So it's going to be, they beat them both, right? Yep. And so for those two teams, they're lining the United States up, man. So like, that's why you really can't sleep on them.
Yeah, honestly. but again, Pulisic didn't play much. Weston McKennie, some of our big three, our big four, or whatever, we're not playing in these games. We're still winning these matches.
I know.
So they can try and line us up, but the big guns are coming. You know, so does that? So okay, so let me reframe this because I'm thinking from an American football mindset. All right, if we go and we beat a team and we don't have our stars, and we got to play them again, I'm looking at that team like little bro. Yeah. When the big boys are back on that lineup. So are you basically saying there has to be a balance between, all right, we got Pulisic, Weston, and these guys back, but at the same time, don't sleep on your opponent.
Yeah, and that's actually a really good point too, where you get your guys back, right? You can't let that breed complacency. You know, like you can't be like, all right, we have our stars back. Like, all right, now we take a little back seat or whatever. Like, that's when, all right, then you squish them, right? Like you keep your foot on their neck. And I feel like that's just how they have to go into the games.
Michael Strahan used to say, stomp them out.
Stomp them out, man.
You know what Michael Strahan is, right? All right, I just don't want to age myself.
You ain't that old, bro.
Appreciate that, man. But yeah, in terms of culture, though, for your casual soccer fan, that's going to be whether you're watching at a watch party at a bar or you get tickets and you go to one of these matches. Yeah. Out of these three teams that are up there right now, these three countries, who would you say fan base brings the best vibes?
The best vibes? Oh.
No one's gonna get upset.
I'm gonna say honestly, Paraguay, bro.
Paraguay. Why?
Man, I feel like just Latin American culture is so, soccer is just so embedded in it. You know, like so it's, I don't know, it's for them, it's like it's religion, right? And you just see how they show up. I mean, it's not like Paraguay has been the best team in the world, but like their fans still show up for them, right? And they cheer them on and they love them. And then I'd say second, of course, I think United States. You know, I feel like the game being on our home soil, you know, we have these games here. One, they're going to come out, people are going to come out in numbers, right? And to support, you know, because they have, one, their families are here, right? And you have everybody that loves the United States going out to watch the games. Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Don't worry, you're doing a really good job, man. No one's gonna text you right now and be like, "Hey, bro, why you say that about my country? Why you say us?" You're doing a really good job right now, but we still got some more groups to go through. Let's go to Group E. Yeah. We've got Germany, who them Germans, man, they're always tough. Curacao for the first time, Côte d'Ivoire, If you don't know, that's Ivory Coast, and that's in Africa, and then Ecuador as well. So far, I feel like this is the hardest group out of what we've mentioned so far, and it starts with Germany, man.
Germany, the talent that they have on their team is scary.
Scary, like
scary
how?
Good, like, you know, you have your Jamal Musiala, right? You have Serge Gnabry, you know,
guy.
bro. They have so many players that are looking to just go make a difference and go make an impact on the biggest stage. You know, Kai Havertz, you have just Florian Wirtz, you know, you have just so many people that are just, and they're young, you know, which is going to be really cool to see.
And that's what it says in my note. They don't rebuild, they reload. And you talked about how in Latin America, like soccer is religion, or football is religion. Germany as well. You know, I do all the stuff with the New York Giants in terms of growing the game of American football over there. But when you're on that Autobahn and you're just driving around every billboard, or you look at, you know, some of the, like a park, and here we'll have basketball hoops and stuff. Soccer. It's just a park full of soccer pitches. I'm like, I've never seen, like, here in America, you'll have one with a track around it. There, it's like 4 or 5 of them, and there's just people just running around. And then they got like the half court.
That's the culture.
Like, it's like a half court thing where it's all metal, and then, you know, the goal is metal, and you're just playing soccer 24/7. That's, I mean, that's again, it's culture, it's life over there. Ecuador, because another team USA played and beat. What is it about them that you like to where they could come out of this group?
Man, my first World Cup that I truly really remember is 2014. You know, and seeing them in that World Cup, and then, you know, 2022, I had like higher expectations a little bit, you know, and then they struggled a little bit, you know. So them coming out of that, I think back on the biggest stage, it's a chance to really just prove themselves and you know, just put their foot that they're one of the best teams in the world, you know.
Ivory Coast. I mean, if I'm a Drogba guy, that's how I became a Chelsea fan. Like, to me, Drogba and Deion Sanders. That's 1A, 1B. My 2 favorite athletes of all time. Never met Drogba, but I met Coach Prime. Côte d'Ivoire, scary with talent. How do they come out of this group?
And, you know, I'm salty, you know, because they beat out Gabon.
Okay.
They beat out Gabon. But man, I think that I think they're getting out of the group. You know, I think they're getting out of the group. One, the players that they have, man, are just, one, they're hungry, you know. Like, I feel like I've used that word a lot, but that team, man, they're like, I feel like they're just so driven, one, to be, since they're back in the World Cup. And that's what's so exciting about this World Cup, is that there's so many teams that are just coming back, you know. I feel like they're looking to also make their stamp that they're the best African team, you know, and then the best team in the world.
What type of vibes or culture do you think they're going to bring, especially when these matches come over here to the States? I can't wait. You talked about Brazil with the samba and all. I can't wait till a lot of these African teams come over here.
For me, I feel like we talk a lot about Latin America with culture and soccer being like religion. Man, it's the same thing with African countries. Like, they die for this sport. You know, they will flip cars if their team wins. You know, like when Senegal won the African Cup of Nations, schools were closed. You know,
sounds like Eagles fans flipping cars and stuff. All right.
Like, it's gonna be that's how they're gonna show up.
All right. Last but not least, we briefly talked about them, but Curacao, do they have a shot to make it out of this group?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, but you never know, honestly. But I just feel like those 3 teams, Germany, Ivory Coast, Ecuador, I feel like it's really going to be between those 3.
That's a pretty tough group. All right, we're going to move on to Group F, because in Group F, we have the Netherlands, or Holland, as some people would like to call it, Japan, We got the winner of playoff B, and then Tunisia. This is an interesting group right here, and I feel like it is Netherlands and Japan. They're the two top teams out of that group. Am I right or am I right?
Nah, you're right.
I'm probably right.
Yeah.
Well, but right. Netherlands, Memphis Depay, all those guys, like they've got for Holland to be such a small country.
Yeah.
They've got some of the top players in the world. Why is that?
I think I really don't know what it is about the players that they produce, but I feel like they have, it's almost like America where it's a melting pot of cultures. You know what I'm saying? So like, even if you look at somebody like Depay, right? Like the swagger, the tattoos,
absolutely,
the hair, you know, like everything like that. Then you have like Xavi Simons, young guy, but he has the hair, right? And then the young, like he's like a different type of personality, but you have so many different. They play with personality. You know, they play with personality.
Well, can you tell us about Japan?
Japan 2022, I feel like people didn't have them making out. Remember, they were in the group with Germany. Right? And they beat Germany, right? And them getting out of that group was something that was so special. So I feel like them coming back into this tournament 2026, they're looking to make it out of the group again, but then also go and try to make a deeper run.
Tunisia, very interesting. This could be that wild card team sleeper, out of that sleeper wild card team that kind of maybe draws with the Netherlands, then maybe upsets and beats Japan, and then obviously that UEFA playoff team. I feel like this is that sleeper team coming out of that could come out of this group. Like some of these African countries that, again, as your casual fan here in America, you may not know about the Algerias, the Tunisias, the South Africas. Why are they so why are they so good, but not just known on the global stage as a football dominant country?
I feel like people tend to overlook, you know, the African nations, you know, and everything like that. So, but I feel like that ignites a spark in you, you know, where it makes you just like, all right, you're not really thinking about me. You know, take the pressure out.
I like it. I like it. A lot of players, they love playing. As you know, some they thrive in that pressure. It's like you wake up, they live for it.
Right.
They create that pressure. Some they play better, and not even so much shy away from it. They just they don't want it. Like we'll rather set up the guy who's in that who can deliver in that pressure situation. So that's going to be Group F is where I'm putting a big question mark on because that's the one I feel like is going to be Group E and F are the two most interesting ones so far. We got to run through some of these some of these next ones. Group G: Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. Somewhat of a boring group to me. I'm not gonna lie. Outside of Belgium, because obviously Belgium is a global powerhouse. I don't know much about a lot of these other teams in this group.
For me neither. I'm gonna say Belgium and Egypt making it out. You know, you got your Mo Salah.
Obviously.
Left-footed Egyptian Messi. But so I'm gonna be that's exciting.
All right, let's go Group H because obviously Spain, they always dominate. Everyone knows Spain. Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. He put the I mean, obviously Spain. I would be shocked if they don't come out of it. Uruguay, would you say is the second best team in this group, or should we keep an eye on Cabo Verde and Saudi Arabia?
You know, I mean, to be honest, I'm surprised that they made it out. Made it Cabo Verde.
Really? Why's that?
I'm surprised that they made the World Cup.
Why is that? I mean,
this is their first time, you know. So it's their first time, right?
You asking me?
I'm pretty sure.
You a national team. You a U20 national team. I'm just a dude that go to bars and have a good time watching.
But I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how they come out to the stage. But I think Spain, Uruguay, I feel like that's a game that I'm really excited to watch. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Let me keep on moving. Let me get this up there. All right. So now we go on to Group I. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
France, Senegal, the winner of playoff two, and then Norway. Wait a minute. I know we're going to talk about France and Senegal, but do not sleep on the Norwegians.
I'm sleeping.
You're sleeping. You're sleeping. And again, there's no disrespect, but why would you sleep on Norway in this group?
I'm sleeping on them just because France and Senegal, I have high hopes and high expectations for.
Okay, why is that?
To the tournament.
Why is obviously France, but keep going.
France, you know, you have your Mbappe, best player in the world, not even close, and then you have Senegal, right? Senegal they're a footballing nation, you know, and I feel like they are just a country that exudes personality, but then also passion. So I feel like those two teams for me are gonna be the ones in that group. But
Senegal 2021 AFCON champs.
Yes,
when we talk about Norway, it's their first World Cup since 1998. They got this Nordic gritty thing. I keep reading all on the internet when they're talking about this team. In terms of vibes, let's go back to culture and vibes.
Yeah.
Because there's a huge Senegalese population here in New York. Obviously, there's a lot of French as well and Norwegians. I mean, have you played against these different countries and seen what their fan bases are like?
So I haven't played against Senegal. Like now, I guess at this age, but I played against them when I was younger.
Okay.
It was this tournament, the Danning Cup tournament. And we played against these Senegalese kids, and man, they're fast. They're skinny, but they're strong.
Yeah.
You know, so they're built to last long in the game.
Okay.
So it's gonna be cool to see that.
All right, let's move on to Group J. We've got the reigning champs, Argentina. Messi not committed to actually playing in the World Cup right now. You're not buying that.
Please.
You've got all Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. Unless it's Michael Jordan, I don't really see anyone coming out of this group outside of Argentina. I don't know. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right.
But who could be your sleeper team coming out of this group?
I'm saying Argentina and I'm gonna go Algeria.
Ooh, why's that?
Algeria, you know, they weren't in the last World Cup.
Okay.
You know, but they have technical players, crafty players, and in that group, I feel like that's the perfect group for them. Not to be in one of those, like, I guess, groups of death or whatever. So yeah, I'd say Argentina and Algeria.
Before we wrap up and talk Group K and Group L, I want to show you some of the fan responses to Team USA to being in Group D. Check this out. Let's talk about it. Then we'll go back and finish off with K and L.
Yeah.
You know, I think the U.S. got a really good group, really good shot. You know, it's a tough opponent like Paraguay, who's doing really good right now. That might be our hardest opponent. But other than that, Australia and the other wild card, you know, we just got to find out and see how far we go. And should be a pretty exciting World Cup. So I'm excited.
I think it's a pretty favorable draw for the US, probably about as good as you could have hoped for. I think you definitely want to get out of that group and target round of 16 at the earliest.
2 questions. One, how are they off of work right now? Because the draw is from 12 to 2. I want to know what job they have. I look it up on LinkedIn, see if they're hiring too. What's been you guys' response to the American reaction to being behind the team, having, again, we talked about it earlier, but for people who just jumped in, to having the World Cup here at home and just seeing the American response?
I think that it is something so special, you know, one, the World Cup being here,
you know,
and that just being an opportunity for us to grow the game even more. You know, like, you think New York's busy right now?
Yeah.
What? Like, when the World Cup and is going on, you know, you're gonna probably have games on the in Times Square, right? Plastered all over the screens and everything. But as I guess as an American, just feeling the support of the fans, right? And just feeling the love and then the energy.
Yeah.
I feel like it is way more alive. Like it's the most alive I feel that soccer has been in this country.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just think of, let's say you as a kid watching, you know, Team USA, maybe in a World Cup that was, you know, in Qatar or somewhere else, because you're only 20 years old.
Yeah.
You're 16 when the last World Cup was going on. I was going to be like, oh, what bar did you watch that? No bar.
Yeah,
you was in school, man. So just, I got another clip for you of what the madness is like and what to expect, and I want you to react to that as well.
All right.
I think this is a very winnable group. Australia is, one of the weaker teams in that pot. Paraguay, I think they can handle, and you'll get one of the European teams, maybe Turkey. They could have done a lot worse than that. So the U.S., this is a good group. I think they can definitely win this.
You know, every World Cup match is going to be difficult. It's one of those situations where, I want to play this team. I want to play this team, but it's doable. We can do it. You know, there's no excuses. We got to advance.
Playing with pace and being fast.
Yeah.
Not as fast as that guy was talking just now, but maybe it's because it's cold outside or he's just excited. But again, fan base, the Americans, this country, I feel like this is something that's going to kind of bring us together as a country. We're both athletes. We both know that sports is something that brings us together. So you kind of talked about what to expect on that level of gratitude and playing, playing on your home country.
Right.
But is there an added pressure now to Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, Tim Ream, and these guys that you have to go on a run? Because if not, then people are just going to be like, dude, like, why do I even watch this? You know?
Man, I feel like, but it's nothing new. I feel like, it's a bit different. I guess just the fact that you're at home and you're having to, I don't know, you're directly there with your fans, basically.
Yeah.
But I feel like, the United States has been doubted all the time.
Yeah.
Like, they go into almost every game an underdog, no matter how many games they've won, whatever. They say, they haven't had a signature win and all that stuff. But I feel like the way that Pulisic handles the noise, right? I feel like the way Tim Weah, even Gio Reyna, like he's like somebody who dealt with crazy injuries and people counted him out, comes back into the team, scores, plays well, does his thing, right? I just feel like the team is built or has been built up to this moment to just tackle that adversity, right? Tackle that noise, tackle the doubters, everything. So I'm excited.
I like how you use the little football terminology in there, like tackle, not American football, like soccer. You tackle as well. So all right, man, you got your little job in Fox Sports when you finish playing 50 years because you're only 20 years old. You got a lot of soccer and football left in you. All right, let's go to Group K now. Let's talk Group K. We'll finish this out. We got Group K and Group L. Group K, we've got Portugal, the winner of playoff 1, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know you're the football expert, but we're gonna forget talking about who's gonna come out of this group stage from the soccer standpoint, from the culture standpoint. I have had the greatest time at the Colombian match watch parties. I be in there thinking I'm Victor Cruz, and all that. I do the head turn and all that. My hips hurt a little bit. My hips hurt when I come out. But that is what is it about that fan base, that country, to where you go to a watch party, you watch the games. It's a party in the stands.
It's similar to the Brazilians, and I've had like Colombian teammates. All they do is dance, and listen to loud music, and just, I don't know, they're gonna have and I feel like in our country we have so many Colombians, you know, so it's gonna be like
especially here in New York.
It's gonna be loud. I'll tell you that. It's gonna be loud. And I'm from North Plainfield, so and that's in Jersey, and we have like a large Hispanic population. And there are a lot of Colombians, so it's gonna be a lot of flags flying. It's gonna be a lot of yelling, you know, a lot of music, and hopefully they get out that group.
You might be walking outside like, hey, put that what's that shea butter up in the hair, make that thing curl a little extra. Put the little blonde tips in there and everything. Hey,
I'm gonna learn how to dance when I leave here.
I have to. I'm gonna have
when
to.
I leave here.
I'm gonna have to because I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, not sorry. It is a vibe when you watch Team Colombia play. Yeah. Portugal, they've been a staple in this World Cup. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like it's kind of World Cup or bust for them? Because when you talk CR7, Ronaldo, Pepe, these guys, Marcelo.
Pepe's gone.
Well, they're getting older. A lot of these guys are getting older, and they're either gone or, in the words of Netflix special, they're on their last dance.
Man, that Portugal team, they have such good players, and it's so weird because they never seem capable to put it all together. You know what I mean? Where they just have such talent. But I don't know, it's gonna be interesting because it's gonna be a different look with Ronaldo being older, right? Having a different role in the team. And you saw it a little bit in the last World Cup. You saw him on the bench, all the photographers, everybody. Like, I feel like you're gonna get a little bit more of that, you know. But it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be interesting.
All right, Uzbekistan World Cup debut, just like Curacao. Don't know much about this country, but I am gonna. I have homework for myself. They've got a strong youth development program there. So welcome to the show, to the global stage. Let's wrap this up with Group L.
Yeah.
With 3 Lions: England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. I feel like this group has the most culture and vibes in it. You get from Ghanaian culture. I know I got a lot of friends that are Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Panama, Croatia, they do their thing, and then obviously, you know, England. In terms of vibes, I really like the vibes in Group L. But who comes out of this one? Because you know England. Man, if they don't make it out this group stage,
I have faith.
You know their fan base is wild.
I have faith that England's gonna make it out.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
I'm going with the Mandem. You know, the Mandem, my guys. I have faith that they're gonna make it out of that group. You know what? I'm really, really curious to see is Croatia and Ghana.
Okay, why's that?
Croatia always goes into the tournament as like an underdog or whatever. Yeah. And they, like the past 2 World Cups, always make it far.
Okay.
You know, so it's like I'm just very interested to see how they're gonna do, if they're gonna just go on the same Cinderella run or whatever. And then you have Ghana, man. Like Ghana. So I have 2 of my teammates, right? Ronnie and Sofo.
Say their whole names, man. Say their government. They ain't on the run right now.
Ronald Doncourt, all right. Mohammed Sofo.
There you go.
But these guys, man, like they're young and they're like me. And I hope they get called into that World Cup.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, I do. So, but even them, like they dance, man. They dance. They got them little fast feet, everything. And they, when you talk about culture, that's there. So I'm excited to see how they go in and compete and just bring that energy into the tournament.
Yeah. Last but not least, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who wins the entire tournament?
Man,
take the American out of you. Take that out. The American right now. You're just a regular soccer guy.
Man. I have, man. I feel like this World Cup is so different just because there are so many teams that, and in this moment, are doing so well and have players that are in form like crazy. Okay. You know, like France, you got Mbappe, right? You have Coleman, you got Ryan Cherokee, right? You have just all these different players, right? And then you have Spain, Lamine Yamal. You have Danny Olmo, right? Nico Williams, right? You have United States. You have Christian Pulisic, Wes McKennie. You have Tim Wade. You just have so many different teams that I feel in this moment right now are playing so well. So I feel like it's hard to say, but the American in me,
running for governor of where?
You gotta let me. Hey, you gotta let me finish.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you an answer. I'm gonna give you an answer.
We got about 45 seconds left.
All right. But I'm gonna say for me, who I feel is the favorite in this tournament, I would say France.
France.
Yeah.
Okay.
France or Spain, I feel for me are the favorites in the tournament.
All right. Can't wait till we get there though. It's gonna be the World Cup of all ages. Can't wait to watch this one. Serge,
my guy.
Appreciate you coming in, man. We're gonna see you on Fox Soccer really soon, man. Appreciate the coverage. Serge Ngoma, y'all, make sure you go out and follow him on all the Instagrams, TikToks, Snapchats. He's young enough for all that. For Brendan London, thank you guys for watching our FIFA World Cup, road to the World Cup 2026.